Hey everybody, Mike Linville here from Black Dog Education, where we teach small business owners how to build, maintain, and market their own fully search engine optimized websites, and I'm glad that you're here today. Now let me start off by saying Happy Valentine's Day. Today's February 14th, 2012, Valentine's Day. Baby, if you're watching, I love you. Happy Valentine's Day. I'll be home soon, okay? So this is interesting. I came in this morning, I was gonna shoot this video, and I actually had another story in mind. But something happened last night that was just, it fit this topic to a T. It was like serendipitous. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch it up. For those of you that don't know me, I've got a daughter. And her name's Victoria, and she is the absolute apple of my eye, love of my life, right? I would do anything for her. Those of you with kids know what I'm talking about. Now, Victoria is one of the reasons why I work so hard, right? Because I want to be able to provide her with opportunities that I didn't have when I was growing up. Now, here's the challenge that I've got. As an achiever, you're probably like myself. As an achiever, I like to do things, right? I like to get things done. So what ends up happening is when I get into achiever mode, I start working harder, I start working later, I start going in earlier, I start, checking my email on my cell phone, when we're out to dinner or whatever. So last night I get home, right? It's about 7:30. I already did a 13, 14-hour day. I was a little bit frustrated because I didn't quite get everything done that I wanted to get done during the day. Now, if you're an achiever, you know what I'm talking about, right? Because that happens probably quite a bit for you. And if that wasn't enough, I had like this big, huge armful of work. So like if I didn't want to sleep last night, I brought another 6 or 8 hours worth of work home. At that point in time, my daughter comes up to me and she says, "Daddy, can you help me work on a project?" As an achiever, I've got this thing going on in my head, and I'm about ready to roll, my spiel, right? Where it's like, well, sweetheart, I'd really love to be able to help you, but I really got a lot of work that needs to get done, and blah, 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 blah. But at that point in time, I stopped, and I remembered something that I heard one time. And the saying was, I don't know who it was, it may have been Jim Rohn, may have been Tony Robbins, somebody, but the saying was, life is about presence, not presence, right? So the achiever part of me wants to be a success in business. But what I have to do sometimes is I've got to be able to stop, and I need to be able to ask myself, why is it that I want to be successful? What does that really mean to me, right? And this is going to be different for everybody. So I would encourage you to ask this question of yourself. But for me, success isn't about having a whole bunch of money in the bank. Success is about having a lifestyle, right? And it's that lifestyle that's going to enable me to be able to create memories with my family. At this point in time, I've got a couple of options, right? I can either wait 2 or 3 or 5 years into the future when I consider myself to be a success to go ahead and do these things, or I can just take this opportunity today in my kitchen to spend a little bit of quality time with my daughter and really be able to make that memory. So that's exactly what I did, right? I went ahead and I shut my phone, and this all happened in a matter of seconds, but I went ahead and I shut my phone off, I put on some sweats, and we sat there for 2 hours in my kitchen last night, and we made these chocolate-covered Oreo cookies. We had a great time, made some ridiculously sweet treats for her friends in school today, so we're probably gonna get some phone calls from the parents. But more importantly, for that 2 hours, we were just there. We were together. I wasn't checking email, she wasn't doing anything else. We just had a really good time, and we were able to create that memory. So the moral of this story is, it's not that gifts are necessarily a bad thing. I like gifts, I'll stop by on the way home and I'll get her some chocolates and a little bit of card, and I'll grab my wife some flowers and stuff like that. But, that's not what it's really all about, right? I think at the end of the day, at the end of a relationship, at the end of your life, what really ends up being the most important thing aren't necessarily the little presents, right? The gifts that you bring to somebody. It's the presence that you bring to a relationship, okay? So that works for your spouse, husband, wife, significant other. It works for your kids. And importantly, if you're a business owner and if you're an achiever and you're out there making sales and you're doing your marketing, it also works for clients, okay? So the next time you're getting ready to go into a client call, instead of having your phone buzzing in your pocket and doing all this other stuff, leave your phone in your car, shake it all off, and when you walk into that client meeting, just look in their eyes, spend that time with them, because I can guarantee you this. if you give them your undivided attention and you listen to what they're saying and you honestly go out there and you try to solve their problem, they're going to respond accordingly, okay? So again, that was my little story for the day. That if you like this video, make sure that you like it, share it, pass it around, and do that social thing that you do. We really appreciate it. Now, if you want more information about how you can harness the power of the web to grow your business in 2012 and beyond, make sure that you sign up for the newsletter over at blackdogeducation.com. Again, this is Mike Linville saying thank you for stopping by. We'll see you next time.